What up YouTube, Topaz Yates back for another review, and this one's to that By Spilled Milk, and I'm giving this one the red light, as I'm not saying that it's completely terrible in the grand scheme of where the music industry is at right now. I'm just saying that this is just a pretty bad project that I'm not going to listen to after this moment, you dig? As there's no core concept to this, and I've said this plenty of times, you don't have to have a core concept for your project in order for it to be good. Sometimes just having the best music possible that you can do at that time is all that's necessary in order for this to be dope. But yet, the best that he got simply just isn't very good. Like, honestly, the best song off this entire project is that Fried Rice that got Jid on it, which I've already made a review for, and I was rather so-so about that. But yet, the energy that's presented about that entire track, that honestly is completely out of left field in comparison to the rest of this project, as this project is more chasing after what the music industry is doing. Because when you listen to the radio, when you listen to what everyone is ultimately kicking out right now, it's all Afro-Caribbean, Afrobeat variations with hip-hop attached to it, you dig? And with that in mind, you see with this project, that's what every other song is. Every other song off this project has that essence to it. And there's no other reason for Boss or anyone in Dreamsville to do this outside of chasing after what everyone else is being successful with. And this is my core issue with maybe the music industry, you dig? Just because these people over here were able to take it and be successful with it doesn't mean you have to make your iteration of it. You don't have to make your own rendition of it because they are getting money off of it. That doesn't mean it's going to work. Like, yes, if you could make something dope out of it, yeah, go ahead and do it. If you make your own twist on it and you can make something fire, cool. But don't just follow the wave because everyone else is doing it and this is what the music industry is promoting, so automatically you should go ahead and get a bunch of sales out of that market. It doesn't work that way. You gotta be first passionate about whatever music that you're doing. Second, you gotta be in the position to get it promoted. And third, you got to actually create something quality. And this By Spilled Milk just falls on his face in every direction. Like, lyrically, like, a lot of people give him so many props and expect him to be a really good lyricist or anything like that. But when you break down what he's saying on this short project, you realize he's not that good. People just want to give him extras because he signed to Cole. And you think, okay, because Cole is signing somebody, he has to automatically be sick. No, that's like saying Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever, at least for his time period and stuff. So clearly, him being a GM of a basketball team, he's going to put together the best players. You only get signed to Jordan if you were as good. No, Jordan is honestly the worst in the NBA when it comes to signing and drafting talent. And it has nothing to do with how good he was as a player. It's two different arts. And clearly, what J. Cole has been putting onto his label, it's been a bunch of people that have underachieved. None that have really done things on the level in which he's done. And when you break them down, many of them just aren't as talented. But let's go ahead and break down this project, man. Starting with that Jollofrice song, where this is the beginning of the whole Afro-Caribbean sound and all of that. It's the first track off this project. And this song, the basic concept of this is talking about how big time he is in order to bring in international women and such. Like, it's nothing more than a flex song talking about how good his women is. And it does have a few brief moments in there, like when Johnny Venus is saying, yo, I don't pull up, I crash land because I'm a Martian. Like, that's not the best ball, but I like the thought process because everyone says I'ma pull up on you, whether it's for women, for sex, or whether it's pulling up on dudes to shoot them and all of this stuff. But yet, he took it to the next level on, okay, I don't pull up, I crash land because I'm different than the rest of you. Like, that was cool. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Bass's lyricism, you dig? Because his best bars off of this song was saying how he's lit like a flamethrower. Super simplistic, super dry, really nothing. And then how he also said, yo, I like to roll like some wheels in front of me. Like, come on, bro. That was garbage. The next song was Nirvana, where the basic concept of this track is talking about how he just loves being with this particular woman, but yet this particular woman is not one that he's going to marry, not one that he's going to showcase to the world. It's all a secretive relationship that he's having with this person. But this person in this situation is honestly what he looks forward to all the time. This is how he wastes his time, and this is the best way that he wastes his time with this particular woman. And you know, this happens all the time, but it's mainly in cases of affairs, you feel me? Like, this is when a guy feels boxed in by a particular woman, and then he actually finds someone to have an affair with, and then that he can't take this person out and do anything with them. But yet the time that he spends with her, it honestly makes him say things like, oh, I'ma leave my wife for you, and dumb things of that nature. And in this song, he does do a bit better, like how he's saying this chick, she plays the back like a photobomb. Pretty much saying she, in the background, she's never going to see the daylight of being out in the forefront. And that's what a photobomb is. Like, you just creep up in the background and try to do something to take away the shine of the people who's taking the picture. Like, that was a slick bar. But to be real with you, that's really about it, as the rest of it is rather that simplistic, dry, weak lyricism that he all but has done his entire career. And the last song is that Amnesia, where the basic concept to Amnesia is pretty much just talking about relationship issues that individuals are having, as he's pretty much saying that this chick is making demands, and as she's making this demand and all of that stuff, I'm conveniently having amnesia to everything that she's saying because I could really care less. And this is a real thing about relationships, you dig? Like, when your relationship has gone on for so long and you guys figure out so many things that you dislike about each other, then you honestly forget why you even liked each other to begin with. Like, I've seen it in many cases. People can't even stand that the person that they chose to be with, you can't stand how they breathing. You can't stand how they talking to you and things that they've been doing from the very beginning. And how people forget, like, okay, because you're with somebody, you forget that you should still be taking care of them. You should still look out for their best interests and still be a good individual to that person. And this is all just the fundamental building blocks on how relationships fail and lose all substance. All of these songs are extremely lacking, man. Like, the production isn't terrible, but it's not great. The lyricism is pretty much non-existent. Like, the overall replayability and enjoyment of these songs just isn't there. It comes off as something that they're just chasing after the success that others are having in this game that has long been, you feel me, like, real talk, if you were going to ride the wave of what's been happening, you're kind of on the tail end of what the Afrobeat movement is right now, you dig? Something new is going to come out eventually, and you want to be the first to do the next thing. But yet people lack the vision to actually find the next brand of music or create the next brand of music. Instead, you're still stuck in this cycle that the music industry has been promoting, even though it may be on its way out, like, right now. Like, you never know until the next hit comes out that everyone tries to duplicate. But yet, people have been doing this for a while now. And for you to think that it's not going anywhere, that this sound is going to stay here like this forever, you're mistaken. This game has changed over and over and over, and it's going to change again. So you need to get in front of it instead of being behind the 8 ball like this. Overall, give this joint, man, a 4 out of 10. You can skip past this. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.